Hello. Sorry, I'm a minute late. I just went and got myself a cup of tea because this might be a bit of a long one. I just wait for people. I haven't got my iPad up because I'm doing more face-to-facey thing. Let me just see if I can find myself. Oh, I never find myself. That's the only thing. Hopefully, if everything goes dead, it's my computer's turned off because it keeps doing this. Even though I'm trying to keep an eye on this proxy thing that keeps appearing, it's not there at the moment. I think that's what the problem is, and it seems to be a Photoshop issue for some reason. Anyway, let me see if I can watch myself. That sounds a bit weird. Let me turn the volume down and then I won't be echoey. Ooh, here we go. I am live. I have to watch some things. Who's here? Hello, Melanie. Hi, Lisa. I remembered this time. Ooh. Skip the ad. Where's... Oh, the chat's disappeared. No, go away. Why is the chat gone? I need the chat up so I can see. And I'm going to have to watch more videos. Hang on, there we go. Okay. Right. This is going to be weird. Right. I'm going to... Where am I? Here I am. I've got like 3 pictures of myself up here because I've got to see what's going on in the chat. I've got to make sure that... How to confuse Mitzi, yeah. And the proper live one's got a delay, so it's weird. And yeah. Anyway, hi Sherry. Excuse my mess. I'm sleepy this morning. I didn't want to get out of bed. So yeah. Oh, anyway, first news. I've got. I don't even know if I've got the link under here. Where's my Linkmeister for my Skillshare? I've got a new Skillshare class up that I did yesterday. I was really productive yesterday. I've done 2 Skillshare classes. I put one up yesterday, and I have got a link somewhere where if you join, you get 2 months free. I'll have to put it up somewhere. I'll put it up on my Facebook group. Anyway, there's a link to the Facebook there. I'll do that later because I've got stuff to do. Anyway, let's get on with what I'm doing. I'm clearing up the thingy. All right, Melanie, you're spinning. Nice spinning. Anyway, let's get to this. Right, this is what I did yesterday. Oh, as you can see. And what do I call it? I've scanned it in. This is my scanning settings. I'd scan it in as a TIFF, and I've done it as 600 DPI. Okay, so I don't need that anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. Now this is Photoshop. I pay for Adobe. Yeah, it's doing my head in a minute because it's not working properly. It took me ages to get Photoshop to work this morning. So I'm going to go to File and New. And normally I do like a custom size, which is quite big. It's 64 by 64 centimeters, but it's the size I use for my big fabric things. So I'm going to stick to that, otherwise I'm just going to confuse myself. So I'm going to open that. So I'm going to create that because I can. And then hopefully it's not going to be too much for my computer to cope with big files and filming alive at the same time, so I hope it works. And then I am going to go into my Finder, find my scan. This is my scan here. Oh gosh, it's gone slow already. And I'm just going to drag and drop it into my new file, which is this. There, I got the rainbow wheel of death. That doesn't look promising. Here we go. There. So if you hear me guzzling, sorry, I'm having my cup of tea. Right, and that's that. So it's in there. So what we want to do, if I get rid of, and I don't want to look at the background, at the moment. I just unlock the background. The background's like a separate layer, and it's a separate layer of my scan. So I just want to make it a bit bigger, just a little bit bigger. What we need to do is get rid of the background. So the first thing I do is I get my paintbrush here, make sure it's on white, which is here. I hope you can see this okay. I know the pointer's not very big. I tried to make it bigger, but I couldn't. Oh, I know how to make it bigger. Hang on, bear with me one moment. System preferences. This is where, maybe I shouldn't play with this now. It's alright, Lenny. I'll stick it on my Facebook group, the link. I can't make my pointer bigger at the minute. So we're just going to ignore that. Okay, this is coming as a smart object. I've just rasterized it, so it's no longer a smart object. So I've got my paintbrush, and if you press Command and the plus, I'm on a Mac by the way, you can see that we've got all that crap that we don't want, like little splashes. If you're like anything like me who can't paint properly. So I'm just going to do the eyedropper. I'm going to grab the same colour as the paper, and I've just got a bit of paintbrush, and then I'm just going to go over all the splatty bits that I don't like. It makes it easier. You don't have to do this, but it makes things easier in the long run. You don't need to do things that are like far away, because you won't be picking up them, but I just like to do the little bits that are near the elements that I'm painting, that I've painted, if that makes sense. So it's like a game of Space Invaders. That's why I didn't make it into a game. You have to make it a bit interesting. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Well, you normally do first. Anyway, I'll do that in a minute. It's not going to bother. My computer's making a noise like it's going to start off like a rocket ship or something. So if I disappear, I'm sorry. You can see it looks a different colour, but I don't really care. Right, let me go Command and 0, and it takes it back to the right side. And then I'm going to go up to File, up to Image, Adjustments and Levels. Hi Jake, hi Leanne, hi Chloe. Let's go back to the levels, and then if you press Option and this little arrow there, it will like show you the background. You don't want it like that, you want the background nice and clear, so I'm just going to do that. It just changes the levels, and then you can whoop up the, just get it so you like what it looks like. So I've just done that, which looks nice. It's just fine. Excuse me. Then with the same, if I zoom in, with the same brush that I've got here, I can make it a little bit smaller. I use the straight brackets, and it makes the brush smaller and bigger. You can go around and tidy up the edges, like if you've gone over the edge, oh there's things you don't like, you can just make it neater. So I do that. I don't want that pen there. So it's just like rubbing out. Some people use the mask for this, but I don't really bother because I never go back to the original. This is just my way of doing it. There's hundreds of ways to take the background out from a painting. Let's see, that looks okay. Let's get rid of some of these splashy bits that I've got going on here. My white's a bit blue. Let me just... Ooh, not like that. I hope you find this interesting and it's not too boring, because I know some people aren't very technical minded and they just want to do the painting, but it's good to mix it up, I think, and it's good for me to show you what I do. See, that's, oh, I don't know what that is. What is this? Command Z. I think my paintings I'm not sure what that is. Stop it. Let's go back to the brush. I don't know why it did that. Oh, select that layer. I don't know why it's suddenly gone into a really long brush. It's just weird. Let's just grab another one. That's it. Oh my days. When you try and do something, things go wrong. Let's grab that one again. There we go. That's better. I really don't know why it no, now it's doing stuff. Go away. It's not supposed to be doing that. I have to wait for things to catch up. It's having a moment. See, if my mouse moves, it just follows. I'm not even touching the paper. Technical issues. I've just painted right over the top. This is working really well, isn't it? Please stop doing that. Huzzah! Stopped. Right. Okay, now it's doing it again. It's having issues. It's probably all going to die in a minute as well. Everything's going to stop. I'm just going to, yeah, panic moment. But you can find this interesting, that things go wrong. Go away. See, it looks alright. It looks alright, really. I don't know why it's doing that. Wait. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Right, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. My computer stopped making a stupid noise, and I don't know why it does this, because I've got so much memory on my computer. I've even had my son look at it. There's just something that's not, and it's bugging me. Normally I can sort it out. Anyway, there we go. I've sort of cleaned that up. Now what I'm going to do is take this little magic wand thing, and I am selecting the layer I want to select, and I've got it on tolerance 1. You'll see in a minute. And I've got anti-alias and contiguous. I'm just going to pop on that, and you can see it selects all round areas that we want. So I'm just going to zoom in. See, and it's selected all the little bits what we don't want. So if I press Command Z and change this to tolerance to like 15, normally works okay. I'm just going to do it again, and it's missed out more, and it's got closer here to things and everything. There we go. So that looks quite good, and then you can go around and see, oh, this looks a bit, hasn't picked up everything. If you go to the Lasso Tool, which is here, and you press Option, you can just lasso around these bits, and it will select the bits you want. So this bit's been missed, so I'm just doing that, and around here it's missed that whole bit out. So I'll just go around that. And I just press the space bar and you can move the image around. So it's Option, and just grab that. Option, and then press the hand tool. So make sure everything else has been selected okay. Yep, that looks alright. That looks alright. And they look alright. And then you just press the backspace. Hang on, let me just press the backspace, and the background all disappears, So then you have, and then Command D, which is deselect, so it deselects everything. Then you have everything just on one layer but without a background. Now what I have to do is I have to separate each of the layers. So what I do, I get the Lasso Tool, I go around the element that I want, press Command X, Command V, and it comes back on its own layer, so that's separate from everything else. And I'll do that for everything, so you have to bear with me whilst I do it. Have I bored you all yet? So I'll try and do this as quick as possible. I did have a shortcut, but it doesn't work anymore for some reason. Oh, you have to go back to your thing. So that's another one. So I'll just stick it over there. So lasso, back to my first layer, ring around it, Command X, Command V, move that over there, back to the bottom layer. Lasso is also the Command L, Command X, Command V, and it pastes it in the middle. Not one over there too. Back to the original. Lasso, Command X, Command V, move it over there so I know I've got it. Back to the lasso. Let's do these two guys. Make sure I'm on the bottom. Command X, Command V. Leave that one there because I know it's there. Back to that. Lasso, Command X, Command V. Let's get this one up here. Command X, Command V. Command X, Command V. It's quite simple once you do it, you just have to follow along. I think that's how I learn things anyway. I like follow along with things. If I have a video up and I sort of follow along, I don't know if I'm the best person to explain things. So I've got Command X, Command V, that's copies and cut and paste. So back to the lasso, go around it, make sure I've got the scan there. Command X, Command V, and the last one. Oops. Make sure you're on the lasso. Command X, Command V. Right, so we don't need the scan layer anymore, so I'm going to drag that to the don't want box. Right, so now you will see we have all these little bits on their own little layers, and you can move them independently of each other, which is quite good, and you can turn them around, make them bigger and smaller. Now I'm going to start off by, if you press Option whilst you've got something selected, you can drag out another one, so I'm just going to copy that one over, so I've got two now. Then I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to make a couple of little little designs. And copy that one over there. Let's tuck that behind. Oh, come on, move. Tuck that behind there. So that's, I quite like. You have to double click for it to stay where you want it to. So I quite like that little grouping. Maybe I'll add one of these. Option and then drag it. Wait for the little white arrow. And maybe a pine cone. Let's just turn it around a bit. Have it sticking out there. Does that look alright? Yeah, that would do. Double click it and it stays where you want it. Now I'm going to select all those bits and then I'm going to press Command G, which groups them all together, in a little group, so they should all, oh, nope. Maybe not then. What am I doing? Oh, then I'm gonna select all the layers. Then right click it, and I'm just gonna merge them together. And then they're all in a group of their own. Let's give this something. So I'm just gonna have one blue one, I think. I'm trying to make a simple pattern, but it's like getting confusing already. So, now that's in front of that, and I want it to go behind. So if you press Command and the square brackets and each side you want, it like moves it down. So you can put it in front, behind, wherever you like to go. I didn't make any more berries, so I'm just going to stick with what I've got here. See, I want that behind there, so I'm going to double click it. Command square bracket left, and it will take it behind it. Then I'm going to put another one over here, this one I think. Yeah, because I want to use two, just twist it around a bit. Command square left bracket and just put it, oh hang on, because I moved it, I have to double click it. And I'm going to put it behind there. That will look alright. So I'm going to select those layers. Hopefully it doesn't include, no, I don't want that one. So if you press Command and click on that, it should get rid, oh, why is that with that one? I don't want you. Tell it to go away. That's better. Just want those. And then I'm coming over to the layers panel and pressing the right click and merge layers, and then that's another little group of things. Now I'm going to do a group with these little pine cone things. I'm going to copy that one because Option, and you wait for the double arrow, the white arrow behind it. Right, bye Stephen. Yeah, it is very technical. I suppose not everybody, I know not everybody's interested in this, but so I like that group together, so I'm just going to press that and merge layers, and that's another group for me to play with. Let me get this one together. Oh, why won't it just do that one? Come along. Play nicely. I'm trying to do this quickly. I might be here a bit longer. What is the time? Yeah, I'll probably be here till 8:30, and we will have a pattern by the end of it. Let me just move that one down. I'm not happy with that. There, that would do. I like that. So I'm going to merge the layers. So that's another group. I didn't do any red berries, but I can rectify that. I'm just going to put these two holly leaves together like this. Let me just turn it around a little bit. Come on, just want them together. Then I'm going, might draw it on the same layer as that. I'm going to get the paintbrush, pick a nice red colour, and just, I've got my paintbrush, and then I don't want it that big, do I? So left bracket makes it smaller, and I'm going to paint in some berries. There, that would do. They need a little highlight on them, don't they? Let me just grab another colour. White, okay. Make the brush really small. And just do a little highlight. There, that looks more like berries. Let's just select. No, I don't only want that. Thank you. Merge layers. And now I've got some berries. Hi Annabelle. Sorry if I'm not talking much, because my eye is looking at my other desk. I've got like a whack-em. screen underneath the main screen. Right, let's do these guys here. They look weird all together there, so I might separate them. Let me just put them in front. Oh, they look alright. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Let me just quickly, I'm just going to grab that berry. I'm going to press Command X, Command V, and I've got a berry by itself, so I can move the little fella if it will let me. Come on, no, I don't want that. I can resize it once it's in place. Yeah, that's better. It doesn't look so silly now. Right, just grab that all together and then merge them. So now I've got all these elements, and then I can start making a pattern. So I'm going to make them. What I do first, oh, this is going to be a bit confusing, I can see it already. So to make a repeat pattern, hi Dawn. It's good. It's nice to see everyone here. Right, I'm just making a few of these things bigger because then it's going to make things easier for me in the long run. Just make them a bit bigger. That guy's just by itself, that can like be a filler. Right, so to make a pattern, now you've got all your elements. To make a pattern, you have to, this is 64 centimeters by 64 centimeters, which works out as, should be 1,000, oh hang on, image, if I go up, hang on, let's click on the background. If I go to image and then image size, it is 1079 pixels. Now I work in pixels when I do this, but I'm going to change it to 1080 just to make things a bit easier. And now I've got the rainbow wheel of death again. It's like, no, you can't do it like that. Let me do that one. It's only 1 pixel, but if I make it all even numbers, it makes it much easier. So you know that half of 1080 pixels is 5040 pixels. So they are the numbers you need to know. This is where the maths comes in. You're doing up at 3 AM, Dawn. Is it one of those days where you can't sleep? Oh no, I've gone past that. I'm sleeping well at the moment, which is good. Right, so first off, you need to, whatever's on the top has to repeat down the bottom, and whatever's along the left side has to repeat over on the right side. So I start off by putting some elements, sort of, I'll put that there. I'll try and stay away from the corners for this because it will make it easier. And then I'm just going to, you can turn them around and do things, just plump them about where you think they'd look pretty. That one will probably look pretty if it was really big. I like that. And then I'm going to have a bit of, no, I don't want blue next to blue. Have that there. A bit of holly. Put it at a jaunty angle. I might copy this blue one, so I'm going to press Option, wait for the arrow, and just drag it over. And then I'm going to transform it, just drag it round so it's around the other side, so it looks a bit different. And I might make it bigger so it takes over the world. So I'll put that there. If I move it over a little bit and make it even bigger, I'm just trying to think, make this quicker. And then I can use these 3 things here to fill in the middle. So I need to start making that come down here. So I select it. This is the important bit, so pay attention guys, because this is where you make the repeat pattern. So you go up to edit, you press copy, wait for your computer to catch up with you, and then you press edit, paste special, paste in paste. Now it's pasted one on top of this, and then you have to go to edit, free transform, and up here you've got the X and Y coordinates, so we need to move it down, so that's the Y coordinate. So this is where the maths comes in. So you've got minus 8185 pixels, 0.5 pixels. You have to, I'll get my calculator out for this. So I type in minus 185.5 pixels, and then you press, you want to move it down by 1080 pixels. So you say plus 1080 pixels, press equal, and then you type in the number that it says. So that makes 9,894.5 pixels. So that is now repeated down there. So that's that one. The next one I'm going to do is this one. So I'll do exactly the same. So that one, edit, copy, edit, paste special, paste in place, edit, free transform. Now I could do all these together, but sometimes I find that it doesn't work properly, so I do them all separately just to make things really confusing. So I need to type in my calculator, 541.5 plus 1080 pixels equals 10,621.5. So I type that in there, 10,621.5. Have I lost you guys yet? You're talking about sleepless nights, and I'm here doing that. This gives me sleepless nights. So that one's under there. I'm sleeping like a baby, so I don't know what it is I'm doing at the moment. Something I'm doing right. The summertime, I had trouble sleeping. That wasn't good. Now I need to move that one over here, and I think it's going to clash a bit. So I've decided that I'm going to make life easier for me and just bring it down a bit or over a bit so it doesn't stick out. Maybe I'll swap it with that one. That will work. Right, so this guy is going to be edit, copy, edit, paste special, paste in place, edit, free transform. That one needs to go over on the X axis. So I keep coughing. So 412.5 plus 180, which is 10,080, equals 10,490. So type that one in. Thank you, Dawn. Well, this is like what I do most days, so I'm trying to make it so you can make it a bit clearer, but I'm not sure if I'm doing that. So I'm just going to copy, edit, paste special, paste in place, edit, free transform. We're moving it over horizontally, so the X, so that's 116.5 plus 180 equals 10, type that in, 1019. I'm trying to do this quickly so I don't bore you to death, but it's got to be done for each one. Last one. So this is edit, copy, edit, paste special, paste in place, edit, free transform, and now I'm going to move it over here. I'm not going to worry about these ones because I'm going to fill in the middle. So let's move it over. So 16.5 plus 180 equals 11,696.5. Right, now that's all the repeating elements that have gone off the side. And then I'm just going to fill in the middle bits with these little elements here, how I think they will look nice. I'm making them a bit bigger so I don't have to spend all day here filling things in. Let's put this in. Let's do that like that. And then I don't really want that one there. Oh, stay there. This one, I'm quite happy with that one there, and then I'm going to borrow one from here. So I'm just going to put option, drag it. I'm going to make this one smaller. Teeter it around so it fits nicely. Might put it like that. There. And then get this one. Get that pine cone and copy it there and just twiddle it around so it's there. Right, so then I'm going to show the background, so it's a white background. So now I've made, that's my pattern repeat tile. So now I'm going to go to select all, edit, and then define pattern, and it will come up. Once it's thought about it for a minute, we'll come up with pattern 14, and you can change the name. I'll put, what are they called? I forgot what they're called now. Poinsettia. Right, poinsettia pattern. Press OK, and now it's gone to the image thing. Now I'm going to press Command deselect because I don't want that all selected. And then I'm going to come over to my layer pile and select everything except for the background, and I'm going to put it in its own little file. So I'm going to call those pattern repeat tile, because that's what you need if you want to stick it up on spoonflower and things like that. That's your main tile. So I don't want to see this at the minute, so I'm going to press no, we don't want to see it at the minute. Then I'm going to come up to layer, new fill layer, pattern. This is where we find out whether our pattern works. I press OK and it'll come up like this. Now you get this little box. Now I don't want it 100% because that's just the pattern tile. I want it to do it half, so I'll press 50%. Then you can see that you've got a lovely not seamless repeat tile. Something's happened there. What happened to that one then? Did something wrong there. So that would be a lovely seamless repeat pattern, except there's something going wrong here, so I'm going to have to go back and look at that. So let me see this. So what was it? This one? Yeah, it's that one. So I'm going to get that, I'm going to delete that. Let's try this one again. Right, edit, copy, edit, paste special, paste in place, edit. I probably pressed a wrong number somewhere. Free transform that. I'm going over that way. Sometimes I put my 6s and 9s around the wrong way, which doesn't help being a bit dyslexic. 116.5. Right, I've got that. Plus 180 equals 10. Hang on. Do that again. 116.5. That's where the position it is at the moment. Now it needs to go over that way. Plus 180 equals 10,196, not 69. That's what I did. Right, and it's still doing it in the wrong place for some reason, because you can see that that's not the right thing. I'm going to completely move it. I'm doing something wrong. Right, let's start again. If I make it bigger and just move it a bit. Right, let's start this again. So, edit, copy, edit, paste special, paste in place. Yeah, I know everyone's not going to be understanding this. It's like a lot. Then I'm going to free transform and then move it over that way. So let's do this. It's different numbers this time, so I might get that a bit better. 719.5 plus 180 pixels equals 10,799.5. So I have to put that in. 10,799.5, and that actually looks like it's in the right place. So again, I'm going to have to do this. Select all, edit, define pattern, wait for it to make the pattern, poinsettia, call that poinsettia 2, so I got the right one. Press OK. So Command deselect, and then I will put those on that, and then I'm going to come up to layer, new fill layer pattern. Press OK. Right, let's see if this works this time. There we go. I think that's actually worked. So that is my repeat pattern, and I can move it around. So that's the pattern. Ta-da! I will put this up on my Facebook page. I'll probably put it for you to download, so you can download it and print it off and use it as a wrapping paper and things like that. I might even do a little Christmas card for you to download, so if you're interested. I did make that quite simple. Tried to anyway. So thank you. Let me come back to me. Hello. That was a heavy one for morning. Anyway. I hope that wasn't too mind-boggling. I know it can be, but if you do it enough times, it makes sense. So, anyway, what's the time? Oh, I did it in record time as well. That was good. Yeah, I have to get my technical brain on, like the left and the creative versus technical doesn't always work. But the results are good. It's not perfect pattern. There's like a line of, I can see like a line of red poinsettias going through it, and then a diagonal line of the blue ones. But hey ho, it was just a quick one to show you. I will put it up on Facebook so you can print it out and do whatever you want with it. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I need to take my son and his girlfriend to college for their Friday pantos. I'm going to see it next week, I think. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and don't forget to look at Skillshare. I'll try and put a link on somewhere. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will see you on Monday. And I'll be uploading my Vlogmases as well for the weekend, and for today. Yesterday's one I've still got to do. That's what I'm doing next. I do a day behind because I can't video the whole day and then in the evening upload. It's just my brain doesn't work past like 7 o'clock at night. Okay, thank you. I'll say goodbye. I'll keep saying goodbye.